Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is 10:50, which tends to be my normal vlogging time anymore because mornings are just boop gone. I didn't show you my outfit of the day because I just didn't get a chance. So I'm wearing this little, like, really fall kind of outfit because it's like a fall temperature today, but it's kind of rainy and gross. We're supposed to have our smokehouse visit today and the fire truck after lunch, so hopefully it doesn't rain and rain us out. Yes, my outfit of the day. I'm wearing these earrings and necklace set from Cato, and this shirt is from Cato. It's like it's attached, a little brown under thingy, and then this little like waffly weave, whatever, accordion stuff. I don't even know what you call it, but it's cute, and it ties right here. Like that. Short sleeve, and then I've got my pineapple bracelet and this just jingly bracelet that I got from, I don't even know anymore where this came from, and my Lottie Dotty's ring, and then this came from Maurice's a really long time ago, like we're talking probably 7 years ago. And then I have some tan ankle length pants, and I just couldn't do the boots today. I'm still holding out for flip-flops until it's actually fall the whole time. So I'm wearing these sandals today because it's not super cold. It's only like, it's in the 60s, like low 60s is the high today. So I didn't want to drag out the boots and the leggings and all that stuff until it's going to stay in the 60s and below, because I think tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s, then it's supposed to jump back up to the 80s again. So I'm not going to dig out all my fall stuff just quite yet. But I thought this was very fallish with all the like leaf colors on it, so I thought I'd wear it today. And for my math intervention group, we did that awesome place value dice and dice game, which I didn't do the dice and dice. I just used 2 dice for it. And I got to figure out what 2-digit number they wanted to make that they still needed to color on their bingo board. So they got to strategize a little bit, which was cool. So if they rolled a 2 and a 5, they could either make it 25 or they could make it 52, depending on what they needed to color on their board to win. I think they enjoyed that. Yeah, even if you switch them around, it's still 33. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the number on your game board? That's the order that you go in. That makes it fair. Ooh, are you doing the big number? Nice. Whose turn is it over here?
I got 64.
Ooh, you got a big one. Cool. What else could that be? Yep, you got it. Tomorrow we're going to jump into 2-digit addition. I've got a couple of cool YouTube videos that I found that I'm going to show them. And then we're going to do a practice page together, and that will probably take up most of our time for tomorrow since we only have about 20 minutes once it's all said and done. And then it's supposed to be 30, but I don't think it's ending up being 30. Then for Go Math today, we kind of reviewed some of the addition strategies that we've learned. So it was kind of having them figure out which strategies worked for them the best and which ones would work the best for which problems. So like if you had 5 plus 5, obviously the double strategy would work for that. If you had 5 plus 6, the doubles plus 1 or the doubles minus 1 strategy would work for that. And if you had like 2 plus 3, the counting on strategy would work for that. So we did a page where we sorted by which strategy would be the easiest to use for which problem. There's a fly flying around here. Go away. And we also practiced using those strategies again to remind us what they were. And I added a whole bunch more strategies up to my board. Let me show you that real fast. Okay, you see all the strategies all the way across the top here? We started with doodling, which is drawing pictures. And then we went to using our fingers to count. Then we went to thinking, so mental math. We went to counting on our page. Then we went to using tally marks. Oh, this one was counting up, and this one was counting back. This one is using our hands-on things like our snacks and our cubes and our counters. This one was using number bonds, and also the bar model is a type of a number bond. Also acting it out with people and objects. We've done that. We've learned our doubles and our doubles plus ones. The next one is saying it out loud. So we have used verbal math. We've used a number line, and we've written the equations. They've learned quite a few strategies. One of the girls counted, and she said we had 13, and she was right. 13 different addition strategies or subtraction strategies we could use to find either the sum or the difference, because we're really trying to push that math lingo. I kind of reviewed some of the math terms today, like addends and difference and sum and things like that, because they still were kind of like, what are you talking about? I said, remember what these are? They're like, I said, well, let's remind ourselves what they are so you know what these questions are asking you. Part of the thing with the Go Math testing, when you do the end of the chapter test, is them understanding what they're asking for. For example, I think all of my friends in some form or another can add and subtract, mostly, but it's the formatting of the questions that's sometimes a problem, and also just understanding what the question is asking for. So if you don't know what an addend is, you can't tell the person on the test, you know, if he says circle the addends, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what to circle, so you just circle whatever. So things like that are really important to get into their head. So we review that quite frequently. I still have a stack of papers I need to be checking for work cards. So my kid said, I still have 2 punches left, and I've had 2 punches left in my card for a while. And I said, I know Mrs. Bond has a stack of unfinished papers to work on too. So I need to get crack-a-lackin' on my unfinished stuff too. And he was like, oh, okay. And I don't do the treasure chest till Friday, so I'm still fine. I think they just like to know, you know, where they are, which I get. I totally get that. It's nice to know how many more you need. I had 3 more friends fill up their Super Improvers card, so that was super exciting. And I've started just carrying these little stickers around with me and a pen, so that when we're out somewhere, I can just write the people's names on the back that I'm going to give a sticker to, because I don't want to give it to them in the hallway, because then they touch it too much and it loses its sticky. Plus, if you're in the restroom, they have wet hands, and, you know, it's just not good. And sometimes we're on our way to somewhere, and they just can't hold onto the sticker that long. So I just keep it on the sheet and just write on the back. Because the back of it, you can write on it with an ink pen. That works really well. So we're going to keep doing that. So I have like 5 or 6 kiddos on the second card. So that's good. And I think the timing is about right. Because there are like 10 cards, and that's about 1 a month. So that works out well. So September, they should, you know, be finished. By October, they should finish up their white card and move to their green, and then so on and so forth till we get to May. That'll work out really, really well. And I've told them the last card is a rainbow card, and that's Specialist, I do believe, the name. And when we get to that card, whoever has their card filled up by whatever day, they'll get to be invited to the rainbow party. So that'll be nice. So whatever kids don't get that, I'll have to figure out where they're going to go. Maybe they can go with my partner teacher or something. We'll figure out something special for them to do. Trying to think what else is going on today. I had major issues yesterday trying to upload yesterday's vlog because I kept falling asleep on my iPad again. Holy cow. I think what I'm going to have to do through Vlogtober, since I'm uploading every day, is I'm going to just have to have a cutoff time for each day to stop vlogging. Well, yesterday I was making those pumpkin bars, and I wanted to show how they were made because they're really good and they're super easy. So I wanted to give the recipe and kind of show a little bit of making them, and then I did a little taste test at the end. But it was like, I don't know, 7:30 or something by the time I got finished with that, and that, I just can't. I got nothing left by then, because then I went and got ready for bed, and it was like 8 o'clock, 8:30 by the time I got everything cleaned up and put away and had my pajamas on and my face washed and my clothes picked out and all the things you got to do to get ready for the next day. And so then I sat down at like 8:30 or something to start editing, and I just faded out. Just ploop, faded out on the couch. Didn't see any of the show I was trying to watch with my husband. Poor guy was pretty much sitting there alone. When I woke up again, it was like 9 something, and I was like, oh, I need to do this. And then I started again, and I fell asleep again. So then I just went to bed. I'm like, I can't do this. Took everything upstairs, put it next to the bed, said, okay, I'll do this later. I can't do it right now. Woke up around 1 something this morning and went, hey, let's finish editing that video since I'm already awake for whatever reason. So I did, and I started uploading, and I think that the MacBook got accidentally knocked closed because since it was open, the light was shining from the screen and it was kind of bright in my room, and so I put a pillow kind of propped in front of it, but I think it might have fallen over and knocked it closed, so it stopped uploading. So then when I got up this morning at 5:30, I went to check on it. I'm like, it's weird I didn't get a notification that my video was live, and I'm like, oh, it didn't upload. So I had to do it again. It uploaded before I left, so that was good. It was uploaded by like 6:45 or something like that. So it was plenty of time for me to leave for school, which we didn't leave then anyway. I wasn't even ready because I was a slowpoke today. And my daughter, it was 6:45. I was close to being ready. I still needed to like straighten my hair and put a few things on my makeup. And she wasn't out of bed yet. Her light wasn't even on. Like, she wasn't even awake. And we need to leave at 7. Teenage girl, 15 minutes. Probably not going to work. So I knocked on her door and I was like, Caitlin, are you awake? And nothing. And I opened the door. I'm like, Caitlin, it's 6:45. You need to hurry up and get ready. And she's like, okay. I'm like, honey, what happened? We're just, all three of us were just very sluggish today. Just, I know, it was rainy and kind of dark out. And you know, you're just not motivated when there's not sun. And you're not motivated when it's super early anyway. Because I usually have my alarm set for 5:30. That is early, friends. Early. Especially when you wake up between 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock every morning. So that's why this girl has her iced coffee on hand. And this doesn't actually have any ice in it because it's from yesterday. So I need to keep it in the fridge. Kind of forgot about that. I don't want to get some kind of sick from it because it got yucky from sitting out. I'm trying to think what the rest of the day is. So I told you that we're going to do a visit to the smokehouse and the fire truck. I hope that we can get in there and out of there because my plan is normal. After lunch, you know, restroom and drinks break, come back in, do rest and read. Then we'll go out because that's about the time I end, is about 12:10 or so. I'll probably just read one chapter of the new book and then maybe just have them, they'll have time to put their little animals in their backpacks real quick before we line up. We will have already had a restroom break, so it'll be good. Take them outside because it's just out back here. We just go around the corner and down the steps and there we are because we're in the back of the building, so it's really close. I can see the fire trucks from my window. So we'll do that. Hopefully they're not running way behind. My partner teacher did not even get to take her class. She went on time and they said, oh, we still have a couple classes to go through. Can you wait over here? And she's like, okay, sure. And she waited and waited. And it was like, oh, I have to go to specials now. So they were really late for specials, like 15 minutes. So that didn't work out very well for her. I'm hoping maybe they take a lunch break sometime in there and get back on track. I don't know. It might just be worse by the time I get there. But we can't. My plan was, hair's doing weird stuff. That time is when I usually start reading groups. So my plan was to take them to that, and that would be like the first half of my reading group time. I would come back and I would read with, I have 3 groups. I would read with maybe the first 2 because they're lower and they won't take as long. And they're just rereading today. That should be faster, theoretically. Then switch to our writing, get all the kids writing on their PB&Js. We need to finish that today. It's got to be done because we need to move on. And then after recess, go back and do that other group. And then they'll continue writing. So they'll have more writing time. Yeah, we'll see. Because that attack fly. Did you see that? Like landed right on my nose. Right in between. Go away. Creepy little thing. The smokehouse, and the fire truck. They take a while because they split the class into 2 groups and go away. While one group is touring, they're walking around the fire truck and everything's all the cool stuff when the fire truck's being pointed out by the firemen. Then the other group is going through the smokehouse where they teach them to stop, drop, and roll, and they learn to touch the door to feel for heat, and they learn to put a towel underneath if there's smoke coming through, and they learn how to get out of a house if it's on fire. And then they switch. Well, they only allowed 20 minutes for that. That only works if everybody is like right on time and gets in and out. Never happens. Never. And if you're not one of the first groups that go through, it's super late. So I hope that this just doesn't blow the whole afternoon for me because I don't know how I'm going to make it up. It's crunch time, people. Next week, I have to start testing everything because the week after that is conferences. And we're actually supposed to have our grade cards done like way early this year. And I'm like, Here's the problem with that, though. Our grade card has not even been approved by the principal yet. So we can't start filling it in yet. And it's on an Excel document, and you have to put in like the kid's name, their middle name, their birth date. Of course, we put in our name. And then you have to fill in however they scored or whatever for each skill that you assessed all the way through all the subjects. And then you have to, we don't have to make comments this quarter because we're meeting with parents at conferences, so we don't have to fill that in. But we have to fill in all of their citizenship traits. Go away. And like behavior things. And their reading levels, which take forever. So there's a lot to do. Not a lot of time to do it. That's kind of the story of teaching. A lot to do, not a lot of time to do it. You just, honestly, you just learn that you don't always get it all finished, and you just do it the next day. If it's important enough, you'll get to it the next day. If it's not important enough, you just let it go and move on. I just hate that there's just not very much time for fun anymore. Like, I try to throw in fun things with other things that maybe aren't as fun. Try to make it fun if possible. Try to find a fun way to do it. But sometimes things just are what they are. You just gotta muddle through. Not everything can be fun. But in this kind of day and age of these kids, I feel like in my day, I feel like an old person, but really, when I was in school, we just did it because the teacher said so. We didn't complain, I don't want to do this. Well, there are always kids, I'm sure, that have always said that, but just one or two in your whole grade. Not like 3 or 4 in each class, because they think they have a choice. Sorry, honey, you don't have a choice. But you tell them that in a nice way. Like, I remember kids going in my class years ago, I don't want to do this. I go, thank you for doing it anyway. Because how do you argue with that? Like, I'm being sweet and nice. How can you argue with that? You'd like be a total crumb if you did, which some kids still did because they were just acting like total crumbs sometimes. But for the most part, it would kind of dumbfound them because probably at home they're told, do it anyway, or whatever. Some, not as kind or whatever. I'd be like, thank you for doing it anyway. I really appreciate that. And they're like, and then they do it. So, I have one friend here. You see? There's nothing on this page. I actually wrote his name. He didn't even write his name. And I ripped it when I tore it out of the stupid book. But not a single thing was written on this paper. So this little friend will be doing his during recess today because he was playing around. And I even said, I'd walk by his desk and go, please do this. Because I wanted them to try it on their own. And then we did it as a class. So there's no excuse. If he didn't understand it, okay, we did it together after I gave them independent working time. I'm talking we spent at least 15 minutes on this paper alone. Because doubles plus 1 and doubles minus 1 are that tricky. I took time on this page and I explained every single one and why we did it that way and how it worked. He didn't even write it down. He didn't even write it down. Yeah, no. You cannot go through life just not doing anything. Like, that's disturbing to me that a first grader has zero motivation to do anything. Just makes me wonder what he does at home. Does he just sit in front of a TV and not ever really play? I don't know. A lot of kids in my class over the last couple years, they don't know really how to play creatively. Like some of them have never really done anything with Legos or Lincoln Logs or anything like that where they've built things. Everything's been an iPad or a tablet or some kind of electronic gaming system where there was no creativity involved, where it was this or this. It makes me sad because that helps develop thinking skills in their brain, problem solving, critical thinking that is really important for math and comprehension and reading. So some of these kids are coming in at a deficit of just life skills that they should have gotten just through play. And then when they took play out of kindergarten, then they're not getting it at school either. So not sure what the solution is for that, other than just do what you can do. And that's why we have Friday Fun Club, where there are no electronics. It's all thinking things like blocks and Legos and popsicle stick patterns, and that's my challenge bins are part of that. And then I have Lincoln logs and things like that they can build. We haven't brought those out yet, but they have the challenge bins, which have been our Friday Fun Club activities. But if you didn't get your work done through the week, you weren't able to get to that unless you finished your work, because I want them to know that this free time, the 25-minute free time, is a reward for doing your work and working hard the rest of the week. I can't just let everyone do it. If they're going to think, oh, I don't ever have to finish anything, I'll just piddly around and never do anything. I don't get my paycheck if I don't do my job. That's my heat lunch signal, and I don't have to eat lunch today, so because I've got some more of that chicken salad still in my fridge with the little pretzel things. I think I'll stay in my room again because my knee is really bothering me. And my little leader boy, bless his little heart, stepped on the back of my shoe twice yesterday. And so it was a flip-flop, and he stepped on the back of it, and when I'd go to step, it would twist my foot, which is the one I had surgery on, which is the one that hasn't been doing the greatest lately anyway. So I have this awful feeling that I have re-injured something, and I don't want to be in that situation again. That was not fun. So I'm hoping it's just whatever, sore, whatever it is. But my knee's been bothering me too. It's been several months ago, I sat down on the bed funny, like I contorted my knee or something, and it kind of twisted, and I felt something kind of, and I went, oh, that's not good. And it's been kind of bothering me a little bit ever since, but the last couple weeks it's been really bothering me a lot. So I've been trying to take it easy. Like, it's really hard to get like kneeled down and up again from that knee. So I'm hoping I don't have some kind of meniscus tear or something crazy inside my knee now. Everything's falling apart on me. All my warranties are expired. Yep. The throwaway society. Gonna have to throw my legs away. Anyway, that's enough of that. I have to pick up my kids in about 10 minutes for music. My little boy that was having trouble yesterday with his little meltdowns and every little thing was bothering him is still having trouble today. And when I asked them to clean up after the math game, it's the same game we played yesterday, so they knew how to do it, but I reminded them. We played it again today, but instead of blackout, since we didn't have a lot of time, I said just try to get, a line. Try to get a line for bingo. I asked them to clean up because we needed to go and get ready for music. So they need to clean everything up, put it away, grab their lunch boxes, and line up at the door so we can go take a restroom break, because there is no time after specials before lunch to have a restroom break, which is why I always bring the Germ-X, the germ juice. I squirt their little hands as we go up to lunch so they're clean-ish, so they don't eat so many germs. It's the only substitute for hand washing that I've got, and we don't have time to wash hands. They're not allowed to go to the bathroom during lunch or specials because you can't keep track of all those kids during lunch anyway. That's a nightmare. So that's why we go before specials. And so we need to have at least 10 minutes before we need to be at specials to get everyone through the bathroom and hands washed and in line in 2 specials. So my little boy that was having the meltdowns was like, can I show you something? I want to show you something. He'd already showed me like 3 things. I said, no, honey, you need to put it away and get in line. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. You need to do what I ask you to do. He goes and pouts in the cubbies and isn't moving. I'm okay if he's in a bad mood. I'm okay if he stands in line and pouts. I am not okay with him pouting and having a hissy fit in the cubbies when he needs to get his hinder in line and we need to get the heck out of town. So I said, buddy, you need to stop, put your stuff away, and get in line now. I'm not messing with you anymore. We're done with this nonsense. Get what you need to do done. We have to leave. But I wanted to show you something. However, are you following my directions, friend? I said, sorry, friend, let me just tell you something about life. You can't always do what you want to do. Sometimes you need to do what you have to do. I just wanted to show you something. I said, now is not a good time. Maybe we'll have time later for you to show me something. But just because you want to do something doesn't mean you can. And I just left it at that. But I was like, dude, enough is enough. even the other kids in class were just like, good grief. Like, they're over it too. So on the way to the restroom, I said, why don't you walk with me? I said, what's going on with you? Are you tired? No. Are you sick? Do you not feel good? No. Is the weather bothering you? Because it's been rainy and kind of gross and dark. No. I said, well, is there something going on to make you sad? No, I'm just having a bad day. And I said, well, I noticed that, but I noticed yesterday was like that too, so I'm just trying to figure out why. What's making you have a bad day so we can fix it? I don't know. And he said something about having to play football in the rain because they had a football game over the weekend, I guess, and it was raining and they had to play anyway. He didn't like that. I'm thinking, it was 2 days ago. Get over that. That's in the past. I'm like, I don't think that's it. He doesn't know why. He's just having off days. He has no patience for anything. And I'm trying to get him over that because he's interrupting everything constantly. And I'm to the point where I'm going to have to send him to the buddy room. And I don't want to punish him for being in a bad mood, but he's taking it out on everyone and interrupting our learning time. And that is not okay. That's a big no-no. So, as we're walking, I said, what do you think about this? How about when we don't have groups at the reading table, how about I let you sit there away from other people if you don't want to be by people? Okay. That worked really well last time with him. I said, here's the deal though. You can't sit there all the time because sometimes we'll need to use it for group time. Okay? I'll have to let you know when it's okay to sit there and when it's not. Now other times we can find another place around the room where you're away from people. Okay? Okay. I said, do you think maybe starting now we can just decide to have a really good day? No. I said, you know what though? A lot of that's up to you, friend. A lot of that's up to you. You can't control what other people are doing to you, but you can control you and how you react to what they do. And you can keep yourself away from the people that are getting on your last nerve. Those are choices you can make to help things be better. Okay. So, hopefully this afternoon is a little better. It'll be a little more relaxed. Going to the smokehouse and the fire truck and reading group time is a little more relaxed, and the writing time will be more relaxed, all that stuff. So I think for writing, we're just going to get done what we can get done, because that's not going to be a writing that goes out in the hallway. But I do want them to finish it. They need to finish an entire writing. Like most of them, there are only 2 that didn't finish the How to Tie Your Shoes, and that's the one kid is this kid that didn't finish. And the other one, I think he's almost finished. He's one of my lower kids that has trouble writing. So he actually has a reason. This guy, he doesn't really have a valid reason other than he just doesn't want to do it. But that's not a valid reason. I would rather not have to clean toilets, but that has to be done at home. Otherwise, ew, we don't have clean toilets. So you got to learn that sometimes not everything's fun. Yeah, so I guess this kind of writing is not his thing. And for a lot of kids, probably how to do something isn't their thing. Right now I'm telling them what we're going to write, how to do, but eventually they're going to get to choose. I'll let them choose something. Now for the assessment, we're all going to do the same thing because it's just going to be a nightmare to grade it otherwise. But just in general, I think I'm just going to let them pick something that they know how to do and tell me how to do it in steps. And the key things that I'm looking for are the transition words. First, then, next, and last. Finally, whatever. First, then, next, last. Those 4 things have to be there. It's time to get my kids from music. So I will probably chat with you during my lunchtime. If not, I'll try to chat with you later and kind of close up the day. Because there's nothing really exciting going on after school today, other than we're going to go to the post office because it's open today. Because I totally forgot it wouldn't be open on Columbus Day. And my daughter and I will pick up the prescriptions that we dropped off yesterday because Walmart is notoriously slow and I wasn't going to wait around for it. So we'll just pick them up again. Plus I need to get some butter because I almost ran out yesterday with making the garlic butter and using the butter in the cream cheese frosting. And I realized we had no butter after that, so can't be without butter. Probably won't even need it today, but if I don't have it, then I'll probably need it, just the way it seems to work. So, need to grab a few things at Walmart and run an errand to the post office, and then we can go home and just chill. So hopefully I won't fall asleep editing today's vlog. We'll see. I'll chat with you later. Hi. It's the end of the day. No time to vlog until now. I brought some pumpkin bars that I made last night. I'm not going to eat all of them today, obviously. I've got one for each day of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm just kind of picking at one of them. I finally got all my kids situated to their situation areas, and almost all of my kids finished their how to make a PB&J writing. Yay. The only ones that didn't finish were the 2 that had to leave to go to reading partway through writing time, so that's understandable. And then 3 of the 4 that had their reading group with me during writing time, so that is understandable too. So I thought I'd give them a break because it wasn't their fault, and I don't want them to have to do it during recess or whatever. In the morning, instead of doing our morning work, I've left the writing written on the board. I'm going to let those 5 kids do that in the morning, and the rest of them can read out of their book boxes with a partner, which they'll go bananas over because they love that and they don't get to do it very often. So I think that'll be really good. And that'll kind of give those kiddos a chance to catch up. And my one little guy that never finishes anything won't have another paper that he's behind on, which will be good. So we can get everything squared away, and then we can start on our how to carve a pumpkin, which, oh, I need to get printed. Yikes. I have stuff right here, but I need to get my copies made. I don't know what happened to today, but I just didn't get my copies made, so I need to do that. I need to just print like everything. So I was going to make this one be 2-digit numbers, but I'm not going to do that now, so there's no reason for it. I'll make that something else, because these kids in my higher group, my intervention group, they totally get place value, so we're done with that. So we're going to learn how to subtract, and then we're going to play the domino game. This is tomorrow. They're going to highlight the ones place in green. Yes. And then they'll know that's where they start because green means go. So they'll start there and they'll write their answers. We'll do probably the first 4, 5. I can count 5 together. And then I'll have them work on the rest later, and then we'll see how they do. And then that'll probably be all we have time for, honestly, because we're going to watch a couple of YouTube videos. They're really good. They've got I think there's a person from India that does one, and a person from probably Great Britain that does one, and they're really good. And they're entertaining for kids. They're cartoony, but it explains how to do it, which I think will be fun for them. So we'll watch those. I've saved them in my favorites.
Teachers, please release early bus. Please release early bus.
Saved them in my favorites on my computer, so I should be able to pull them up really quickly. And then the next day, I think we're going to do this game, and I'm going to make it double-sided because it won't take very long otherwise. I think that will be great. They really enjoyed this place value bingo game. That was fun for them. I'm glad they enjoyed it. That was cool. So I need to print, really for tomorrow I just need this, the brainstorm page and the writing page, which is not really the one I meant to print, but I may need to get on there and print the other one. So really I just need to print this, because these I'm going to put on construction paper so they look really cool, because these will be for a display in the hallway. Yeah, so that, I'm trying to separate out my life here. Need to copy that, copy this, copy this. Then I've got my pumpkin life cycle. I think in order for it to take longer, I'm going to copy it on white so they have to color it. Yes. Because honestly, it's one thing, one giant thing they color orange, and one other giant thing they color orange. So, yeah. You know what? I don't think you do both of them, because they're the same thing. So I think I'm going to do this and this. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think I just want to do this one and this one to make the little pumpkins, and then copy. I'm just flopping the papers all over because I'm sure you can tell what that is. This, and then their little tags, I guess you call them. There's another one of those. Let's put that in the I don't need to copy pile. Oh, my gravy. Okay, this is the do not copy pile. Yes. This is the copy pile. I can do this. I can do this. I'm okay. Then I'm going to make my awesome subtraction spinner game. Oh, hey, look at there. There's 2 of these. So if I run them through the copier, I can tell it to do a 1 to 2-sided jobby. I can find the other paper. Where did it go? I need someone to help me with my life. I don't know if I'm going to do this one. I might. I don't know. Don't think I'm going to need this stuff for later. I don't know. The domino game, yes. The practice page, yes. This I'll copy. This no. All right. I've got my life figured out for today. Put these back here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Don't need the Sharpie anymore. Finally got that stinking Scholastic order sent. Now I need to go pick the papers up off the copier. Take the checks upstairs to the office, which I can do when I'm leaving, because my car will be parked up there when my daughter comes back. So I'm going to go make copies and get them together and eat some pumpkin bar. I might check back in with you when I get done with that. And I gotta tell you, when I do Magic Treehouse books, whenever Jack and Annie get into they open the book and they say, I wish we could go there, and the treehouse starts to spin, I always do this. Today, of course, my bracelet they spun faster and faster, and everything was still, absolutely still. They went bananas over my bracelet. They thought that was awesome. One of my kids was like, I like your bracelet. I'm like, thanks, me too. Random. But I just thought it's been very jingly. They really like jingly stuff. They're my kind of people. Oh, speaking of, I had another nail catastrophe. Look at that. The corner of the nail, just like, it had a little crack in it. It just went today. And I'm like, eh. But thankfully I have emergency files here. So I filed the sharp part off so it wouldn't gouge someone's eye out. So that's something I'll be doing tonight, is fixing my fingernail again. First world problems, I know. There are worse things in life than a broken nail, too. Too true. But it is annoying. But, you know, I just filed it and went on with my day. Nothing I could do to fix it. It just looked stupid all day. I did it this morning, like, when the kids were in specials. So, just the way things are, I guess. I'm going to go make my copies and I'll be back. Okay, I want to show you the massive piles of copies that I have, and I hope I don't mix them up. Because I made a stack for me. I made a stack for the other intervention teacher. I've got my Scholastic order that I need to put with my checks. I've got my originals that I'll place over there. I've got my writing, and I've got my science. Peppas. How many piles? Ugh. There. Okay. I think I've got them figured out here. Alright, there we go. Well, for lack of a better way to do it, I'm just making piles. And then this one thing is a spinner game, but we're not doing that tomorrow. Probably not doing that till next week, so I don't need to do anything with that. I do want to put, okay, this is the thing that she needs for tomorrow. You know what I'm thinking? Since I'm showing YouTube videos, maybe they should all come in here for the beginning part and watch it on my board. And then we can separate and do this part. I think that would be smart. Because they can put all their supplies out there. They work out there on the tables. That would probably be good. Yeah, we can do that. Because I could put some kids at desks. Some kids could sit at the table. So that would separate out 14 kids. That'd be almost her whole group. Yeah. Not sure where I left off, but the camera just quit. And I just realized I was talking to myself. Which I am anyway, but wasn't talking to anybody at all. Okay, so taking my grapes home so I can put more grapes in it. That was one thing. I think I showed you, I got a new Mac charging cord, finally. They ordered me a new one because my lovely kitty, which I thought was Pikachu, but wasn't. That light really does help a little, doesn't it? There, let's just do that. That's from my Mac. Gives me a little better lighting. I don't look quite so banana colored. I'm trying to remember what all I was just saying. I got my Scholastic order ready to...
Teachers, please release late buses. Teachers, please release late buses.
Okay, I don't remember exactly what I was telling you, but I got my Scholastic order ready to take upstairs. I showed you my copies. Made a bajillion copies for me and my intervention partner teacher. Taking my watered down iced coffee home from yesterday so I can clean it and put fresh coffee in for the morning. I think I have enough lunch for tomorrow. Oh, I was telling you about the smokehouse visit. The kids were really good today. They were a little chatty, but that's first grade. They weren't too terribly bad as far as that goes. They're getting better. It depends on the day. Today was rainy and weird, so they were going to be a little squirrelier than sometimes. I think my daughter might be here, so I'm kind of watching for a text from her. She should be here anytime now. We ended up picking up her boyfriend and her boyfriend's twin brother. Yes, he's a twin. And because they missed the school bus. I don't know what happened. Maybe they overslept like my daughter because she had to get woken up today too. Awakened. She was awakened today. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. So we picked them up on the way out because it's just swinging around the corner basically on the way to the highway to get them. That was no big deal. And the smokehouse. The visit went really well. The kids had a great time and they were on time. The firemen were on time because I guess they had a lunch break and we were the first ones. So it worked out great. So I was still able to get everything in that I wanted to do. It wasn't looking too promising because I wasn't getting the reading groups flowing as fast as I wanted to. But it all worked out. Time-wise, it all worked out. So I got everything in today that I planned to do. Yay me! And the kids did not die in the process, and neither did I. It was a good day. So I realized I have not been doing thankful thoughts. Shame on me. Because every day I've got something to be thankful for. I just either forget or I take it for granted or just don't even think about it. So, lots of thankful things. I'm thankful for my kids that are very sweet and loving and they always love to give me hugs and they make me little pictures and just say sweet things all day long. I'm thankful for my family who is always there and puts up with my crazy and my grouchy and my sick and my tired and my nonsense. Thankful for my kitties who snuggle me and they know when I don't feel good or they know when I feel extra not good and they give me extra snuggles and loves and they just happen to be there when I need them the most and they greet me excitedly when I come home. I'm thankful that we have a nice house to live in and food to eat and we don't have to worry about starving or not having clothes or anything like that. God has blessed us with the things that we need in life. Thankful for my job, even though it can be frustrating. Everyone's job is frustrating at times. No job is perfect, but this is what I want to do, and this is what brings me joy. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my viewers. I love you all out there. I love your comments. They make me laugh. They make me smile. They touch me. So appreciate you. And just trying to be more positive because I feel like I've just kind of been about things, especially with math. I don't want to be negative. I want this to be positive. So I'm just kind of working my way through the kinks of this particular school year, which has been more difficult than some, just because of all the changes. It's just hard to get a lot of changes wrapped around in your brain. When you have a lot of different things going on at the same time, it's hard to get them working right. So I was going to show you, I don't know if I got this or not. Oh, my daughter's here, so I better get going. But this thumbnail bit the dust. Somebody's broken again. So I'm going to be fixing my thumbnail tonight. We're going to run our errands that we need to finish from last night because Columbus Day made things not open. So we'll do that. I need to text my daughter real quick and tell her I'm coming. Just need to throw my stuff in the bag and Scooby on out of here. And I'll probably just say goodnight because otherwise I'm just going to keep falling asleep editing vlogs every day of my stinking life. So I think I hit the highlights of the day. The smokehouse visit was really, really good. If you've never been into smokehouse, it's like a miniature model of a kitchen and a bedroom. And the firefighter talks to the kids. There's a miniature stove and a microwave and a smoke detector and a fire extinguisher. And then that's in the kitchen area. And they talk about in the stove, they have like a pot that looks like it's got fire coming out of it. What you do if your cooking catches on fire, what to do about it. To always turn your handles to the inside of the stove so you don't knock them and burn yourself. What to do if there is a fire, how to call 911, to have a meeting place in case you get separated from your family. And then they teach them what to do in the bedroom. They have the theatrical smoke that comes out And they teach them how to get out of the bedroom, how to test the door to see if it's hot, to see if there's a fire on the other side, to cover your nose and mouth so you don't inhale the smoke, and to get low and like army crawl out and go out a window. So they practice that. And then I was waiting for them on the other side. So they did really, really well. During the presentation, a couple of my little squirrely boys were their squirrely selves, and they were loud, and I just kept going. Giving them like the baseball signs. They totally knew what I was talking about. I was like, sit down, listen. Sit down, listen. Yeah. Meltdown boy the last 2 days. He goes, I love your bracelet. I'm like, thanks, me too. He actually had a really good afternoon. I was so proud of him. He earned another sticker on his card. He was just like, oh, he kept going. Yeah. He was just really proud of himself, and I kept going. Like, keep up the good work. Okay, better go. I'm getting texted again. Put my scissors away. All right. Let me throw my... Oh, yeah. I'm going to take my watered down iced coffee from yesterday. Take it home, wash the cup, put new iced coffee in it for tomorrow. Take my computer. Now the lighting's going to be more yellow, but that's okay. Zip it up in my bag. And grab my purse. Throw my Scholastic order. No, I will gently hand it to the secretary. I will not throw it at her. What kind of person do you think I am? Anyway, I need to throw on some lipstick because my lips are looking a little sad. Okay. It's the lipstick I got in that really big box for this little tiny lipstick, but my favorite lipstick because it's a great neutral color. Let me throw. I'm going to throw. I should quit using those violent terms. I'm not throwing anything. I'm placing gently. Throwing is never good. You're playing baseball or football. Okay. I'm doing it again. Place my keys in the key pocket of my bag. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't need to take my lunchbox home because I still have lunch in my fridge. I still have chicken salad. I got another bag of these because these are getting kind of crunched up, which is fine. I mean, I can put them in there and just eat them with a fork. I have a pumpkin bar for the next 3 days. Something to look forward to. A little treat for me. Plus, I have some at home. Okay, I think I've got my life together today. So, I'm going to go. I will see you tomorrow. And I hope you've had a great day. And I'll see you in the morning.